The race for the Ballon d'Or is wide open. With Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi past their prime and potential new contenders like Salah and Bellingham emerging. But first, did you know that the Ballon d'Or underwent several big changes in 2022? Most significantly, the new schedule. Earlier, the footballers were judged based on the calendar year, i.e. January to December. But that has now been changed in accordance with the regular football season, i.e. August to July. This means a player's entire season will be judged rather than 2 half seasons. The shortlisting process was previously drafted by journalists working for France Football and L'Équipe. But now, the Ballon d'Or ambassador Didier Drogba will help to finalize the shortlists as well as the most insightful voter from the previous edition of the award. There have also been changes to the voting system. Earlier, 127 jurors, one from each country, were part of the process. Now, only the top 100 ranked countries in FIFA's coefficient will be able to have one representative conduct their vote. This helps eliminate the weakest footballing countries and ensures a fair voting method. More focus has been placed on a player's individual season, with team trophies becoming less important. After the initial 30-man shortlist is compiled, the selection of 100 international journalists, as well as national team coaches and captains, are asked to rank their top 5 players based on individual and collective performances during the year, player class, and an overall view of the player's career. The player selected in first place by each voter is awarded 6 points, second place is given 4 points, down to 1 point for 5th place. Then, the points for each player are totaled to decide who is to be awarded the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place. The 2024 Ballon d'Or ceremony is likely to take place around October 30 at the Théâtre du Châtelet in Paris, and Drogba is expected to host it again. While their shortlist for the 2024 Ballon d'Or has not yet been announced, we've listed our power rankings for the top 10 most likely contenders. Keep watching to find out who you should place your bets on. Bukayo Saka. Anyone who believed Arsenal would fade away after last season's title race disappointment has been proven wrong, with Saka leading the way as they aim to break their long Premier League trophy drought. The England winger started 2024 in electric fashion as the Gunners showed their best form of the campaign so far. However, the recent loss to Aston Villa threatens to derail their pursuit, as they also crashed out of the Champions League at the quarterfinal stage in limp fashion to Bayern Munich, while Saka kept quiet in Bavaria. They have since bounced back, and there remains hope that Saka could still lead Arsenal to a domestic title. All he might need in order to have a real chance of winning the Ballon d'Or is a strong Euros with the Three Lions. Florian Wirtz. Winning an international tournament would help most of these players, and Wirtz has the chance to win on home soil and claim the German title with Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen remain unbeaten in all competitions through 46 matches this season. They have already celebrated the club's first ever Bundesliga title, ending Bayern Munich's stranglehold on German football. They are also into the DFB Pokal final and are now the favorites for the Europa League. So ending the season with multiple trophies isn't out of the question. Should that happen, Ballon d'Or voters will be keen to reward Alonso's most important players, and few, if any, are having better campaigns than Wirtz, whose hat-trick against Werder Bremen put the seal on their title-winning campaign. Ever since recovering from a serious knee injury, his form has been superb. This will likely earn him a £100 million move over the next 12 months and a starting role for hosts Germany at Euro 2024. Name recognition is the only thing holding him back right now, but that could easily change in the next 3 months. Mohamed Salah finished just outside the top 10 in the 2023 Ballon d'Or voting despite Liverpool's struggles last season. So it feels like the Egyptian king has a real chance this year as the Reds pursue both the Premier League and Europa League titles to go with the Carabao Cup they have already won this season. However, his poor form since returning from injury has coincided with the Liverpool team seemingly echoing that their manager, Jurgen Klopp, has been running out of energy. So it now looks almost certain that they will have to be content with just a solitary trophy from Klopp's final season in charge. Salah's injury agony, which began at the Africa Cup of Nations, has not only diminished him at the club level, but also means he missed the chance to enjoy the same international success that some of his rivals might have this summer. Ballon d'Or voters have short memories, so his early season heroics are likely to have been largely forgotten once the ballots are cast. If any Real Madrid player claims the award, it will surely be Bellingham. And if Vinicius Jr decides to join Manchester United, he definitely won't be claiming it. Injury meant that Vinicius did not get off to the fast start many might have expected when Karim Benzema left Real Madrid, but having finally shaken off his fitness issues, there are signs of the winger getting back to his best level. He netted a hat-trick to help beat Barcelona in the final of the Spanish Super Cup, while he has been in fine goal-scoring form in La Liga as Real Madrid closes in on the title at home. They are also now the favorites to win the Champions League, and Vinicius knows what is required to get over the line at the top of the European game. When you factor in that he'll also likely be Brazil's leading man at the Copa America following Neymar's season-ending knee injury, Vinicius is set up for a memorable 2024 for sure. It is difficult to imagine Rodri having a better season than he did last time around, but he's the current PFA, Professional Footballers Association, Player of the Year favorite. At least there is no Messi World Cup fairy tale to compete with this year. It has been over a year since Rodri last tasted defeat under 90 minutes for Manchester City, and little illustrated his importance to the team more than the fact that they lost each of the first 3 Premier League games that he missed in 2023-24. However, he was on the losing side as City lost out to Real Madrid on penalties in the Champions League quarterfinals, meaning he won't be able to repeat his final heroics of last season. Despite that, he remains the best defensive midfielder in the world right now. The fact that the Spain international has also developed a habit of scoring crucial goals means he is catching the eyes of even more fans and Ballon d'Or voters. Phil Foden. He is a truly wonderful player who is having the season of his life at Manchester City and will be central to any assault England makes on the European Championship. But the Champions League exit hit his chances hard. With Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland having both missed chunks of the season through injury, Foden has stepped up in spectacular fashion for City and is enjoying the best campaign of his already illustrious career to date, scoring 2 Premier League hat-tricks since the turn of the year to help edge Man City towards a 4th successive domestic title. Although his stunning strike at Santiago Bernabeu against Real Madrid proved to be for nothing as City crashed out of the Champions League on penalties after the second leg. That said, his form has also given him a great chance of starting for much-fancied England at Euro 2024. He's fallen back in the Ballon d'Or race, but is not out of it yet. Erling Haaland. 1,000,000 goals and a treble with Manchester City were not enough to win the 2023 award. Fat chance this time around then, especially as Norway will be absent from the Euros and City are out of the Champions League. Haaland could barely have done more to win the 2023 Ballon d'Or and yet still came up just short. So could he get over the hump this time around? The answer looks increasingly likely to be no, as he has endured some forgettable performances in 2024 despite his fine goal-scoring record. He could still end the campaign with a domestic double, but leaving the Champions League in the quarterfinals will prove costly. The biggest obstacle in his way is that he will again miss Euro 2024 after Norway failed to qualify. No England player has won the Ballon d'Or since Michael Owen in 2001. Who better to end the drought than the best English player of the last decade? And imagine if he somehow manages to pocket even this most rarefied of all individual awards before getting his hands on a single team trophy. Kane's move to Bayern was meant to put him in a spot where he could finally end the wait for the first trophy of his career. However, the Bavarians look to be in real danger of finishing the season without any silverware after surrendering the Bundesliga title to Bayer Leverkusen. However, they showed resolve to beat Arsenal in the Champions League and have enough talent to go all the way in Europe. Kane continues to score at a record-breaking rate and is averaging more than a goal a game. So if he were to do the Champions League Euro 2024 double or even come close to it, then a first Ballon d'Or could fill one of the gaps on his mantelpiece. Mbappe has been in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or 6 times, but 2023 marked his first time on the podium behind Messi and Haaland. The saga is almost over as we now know that this will be Mbappe's final Ballon d'Or campaign as a PSG player. His protracted move to Real Madrid is expected to be confirmed in the coming few weeks. Mbappe's goals have already sealed the 3rd successive League One title, and PSG is now dreaming of Champions League success too. After the forwards 2 goals rounded off a comeback win over Barcelona in the quarterfinals. Many people also consider France the favorite to win Euro 2024, thus the 25-year-old could yet enjoy an epic end to the 2023-24 season with a first golden ball potentially within touching distance. A wonderful start to life in Madrid means Bellingham is the early front-runner to win the 2024 Ballon d'Or. The best footballer in the world during the first half of the 2023-24 season, Bellingham took to his new surroundings at Real Madrid like no other signing since Cristiano Ronaldo. Not only did he score frequently, but he also netted hugely important goals. The hype around him had been tempered in recent months, partly due to him missing games through injury and suspension. Still, he reignited his golden ball bid with a tireless performance to help knock Manchester City out of the Champions League before netting his second winner in El Clásico of the season. With Bellingham getting back to top form, England will be confident of finally getting over their major tournament hump at the European Championship too. Right now, it remains his world and we're just living in it. A Champions League with Real Madrid and Euro 2024 with England should do the trick. So, who do you think will be the crowned champion this year? Tell us in the comments and vote for your favorite footballer in our community page poll.
Hello for Garnacho!